Hey everyone, welcome to the Learning Ladder. I feel like I haven't made a video in a long time. To be honest, I've just been super lazy in terms of making videos. I got into the Christmas break and really enjoyed myself in terms of just enjoying free time and watching things that I wanted to catch up on and reading books and stuff. So I pretty much binge watched. It started in the autumn, really. I started rewatching the Gilmore Girls again, and then I watched the Year in the Life one as well. And then after that, in the Christmas holidays, I started watching Called Midwife. So I watched all 11 seasons, and we're on season 12 now, but it's only weekly now, so I've caught up completely because I hadn't watched it for years, so I'd missed like several of the seasons, so now I'm caught up on that. I have been watching The Witcher. I watched season 1 and season 2. I haven't watched the new, I don't know if it's new or if it was on before the season 1 and season 2. I'm guessing it wasn't, where it goes back 1,000 years before The Witcher season 1, I think. I haven't watched that yet, but that's on my list. And I'm also watching Vikings Valhalla, the second season 2. So yeah, I've just been watching all the things. I have been rereading, I read a book, the second book in a series that came out last year, and I was holding off reading it because the third book doesn't come out, I don't think, for another year to a year and a half, but I decided I couldn't hold off any longer and I wanted to read it, so I read it, and now I regret it because it ended with such a cliffhanger and I have to wait for ages for the next one, but it is what it is. But I'm actually going to reread these. It's part of a series, so I'm actually going to reread the whole series again because it's so good. And in the meantime, I'm waiting for the third book. I've just been making my list of things that I want to read this year. I really want to read quite a lot this year. I feel like last year I didn't read as much as I normally would do, so I feel like I need to really up my game this year and get on with my reading. I've also been writing, so if you don't know, I do actually write. I just need to fix my computer. I write fiction, so it's usually romance fiction, and I also do fantasy too. So I've been working on something that I actually wrote a couple of years ago, which I was going to, really get edited and everything and do something with it, and I just didn't last year at all. I just left it and completely didn't do hardly anything with it at all. So 2023 is my goal to actually do something with this particular book, and I've also got another one that I haven't finished yet, which I want to finish too. So just really been busy. I have been doing homeschool stuff too. Obviously, I've been thinking about curriculum for next year. I've also been thinking about products that I want to make for the new homeschool year for us and also to sell. Things that I know I will be doing. I will be updating my planners. I want to update the 2 that I've already made and then make a completely new one because I want a different style planner this year for myself, so I may as well as make it and then obviously sell it too. So I am going to do a completely different style, but I will update the 2 I already have just so the calendars are for the right years. So I'm not going to take those off sale, but I'm really excited to start making my new planner. I am going to put for sale my Saxon Math worksheets. I just need to make them in a saleable condition for Teachers Pay Teachers. So if you do Saxon Maths and you want those sheets that we use, then they'll be coming soon on Teachers Pay Teachers. I've also been deciding on unit studies that I want to make for this year, and by no surprise at all, my daughter wants a dragons one. So I've been looking at 2 different options just to do a unit study based on, I knew that was going to happen, based on, I need to charge my computer, dragons. I'm going to close the lid, there we go, on dragons in general, or to do a Wings of Fire one, and I haven't decided yet what I want to do. If I did a Wings of Fire, obviously there are tons of books in that series. We're on book 8, I think. It's Peril, if you've read Wings of Fire. It's either book 7 or book 8. I think it's book 8 because I think book 7's Winter, or I could be completely wrong. I'm on book 7. It's the Peril one, either way. There are 15 in the first series, and then there are spin-offs as well. So I don't know whether I really want to go that in depth with a unit study. It would take a long time, but what I might do if I decide to go Wings of Fire way is to do it in increments. So books 1 to 5, for example, books 6 to 10, and 6 to 11, and so on. I might do it that way rather than have one massive big unit study for all of the books. If I decide to go the Wings of Fire way, it'll be more a language arts based unit, because obviously it'll be literary analysis and all that kind of stuff. And if I do the dragon, just regular old dragons unit, it'll be, you know, dragon mythology and things like that. So I haven't decided yet which way I want to go. Let me know if you've got any preferences, because I've started drafting the 2 options in my head, but I haven't completely finalized. So let me know what your thoughts are. If you're looking for a dragon unit, would you want just an overall general dragon unit, or would you want a Wings of Fire dragon unit? My daughter is happy either way. She just wants me to make a dragons unit. So let me know if you've got any preferences. So that's everything with regards to what I've been doing, basically. Now, talking on homeschool update, and that's the title of this video. So we'll talk about homeschool update. We are back in homeschool. We have been back 2 weeks now, I think. I think it's about 2 weeks. We're on week 14. So I think it's it's definitely week 14. Let me check. Yes, it's week. I thought it was week 15 or week 14. No, it's definitely week 14. We have been really enjoying coming back. I always feel like the new year is a new sort of a refresh and everything, and you also really start focusing down on, okay, where are we up to in our curriculum? How much more do we have to do? What are we really liking? What is not working? That kind of thing. So touch wood, so far everything that I picked has been working really well, so there isn't anything that we need to reassess with, or you know, it's just all flowing really nicely. There's only one thing that we haven't been using as much since we've come back, and that's all about spelling, and that's not because there's anything wrong with it, it's just because it's the teacher-led part of the spelling, and we just haven't done it. But it's only a 26 or 29 week program, so there's leeway in there. So, you know, you can say, well, okay, we're going to put it aside for 2 weeks and then come back to it, and it's no problem. You still can get it done in a year. So I'm not worried. We'll get into it again. It's just something that we've not picked up on after we've come back. So it kind of makes me think, do I want it next year? I was always umming and ahhing whether I needed it, because we were doing spelling UC, and I definitely want to do spelling UC next year. So I might not bother getting all about spelling the next level up, or we might. The other thing was as well, I was finding that she knew how to spell all of the things anyway, but it's useful for the rules, because although she knows how to spell them, it's more from memory as opposed to, oh, it's that rule that means you spell it this way. So that's the other reason as well. I kind of wasn't finding it as useful, but that might be because we were doing level 4 rather than level 5, and the only reason we were doing level 4 is because it's a mastery program, and you are supposed to do each level. You're not supposed to skip stuff, because there's different spelling rules that are in different levels. So that's why I think it's just a bit too easy for her, but in terms of the actual words, but the concepts of this is why we spell it this way, I think is still useful. So we will definitely get back into that. But I'll just give you a quick rundown. So here is my planner. I am using the neutral one this year. Here is my week 14 already planned out. For reference, it is Monday today. So we're still doing morning time. So morning time menu is changes daily in terms of a couple of things. Some of don't, because some are 4 days a week. So for example, our Fix It Grammar is 4 days a week. Our vocabulary memory, which is my vocabulary, all the words book, and Mrs. Wordsmith, that's what we use to do that. And her memory work, which is French this year, and we're using DK 5 words a day French, and we love that. It's really good, and she really picks it up and remembers it well. I know they always say that kids do anyway, much more than adults. There are a lot pick up languages a lot easier, but it does work. So I do think it's the curriculum as well as the fact that kids pick up languages easier anyway, but I do think it is a curriculum. I wouldn't say necessarily a curriculum, but a workbook with audio and then written options in there, and it works really well. So I definitely like that. She does too. We do Explode the Code. We're on Explode the Code 7. I don't think it's absolutely essential, but she enjoys it, and I do think it's really useful for spelling, so that's why we do it. So we do that we do that for 2 days out of our morning time menu. We also do spelling UC every day, and we do our horse unit every day. So our horse unit is from Beautiful Feet Books, and it's a part of our literature, because obviously it's all literature based. So there are, I can't remember how many books, but there are several. We're on book number 3 so far, and basically you read however many chapters a day they want you to read. Then there is questions. In this case, because it's about horses, there are different books and material that you needed. I'll leave the link below of the I think I did a video of the books that were included. So for example, I'll ask you to look in the Handbook of Horses and to write about this specific horse anatomy part of the body, or something about, you know, saddle or bridle, and you'll draw pictures and things. They'll also bring some history in there too. So for example, we did a chapter in one of our books that made reference to the Crimea War. So, you know, there are other subjects that come into it. It's not just, you know, horses and science of horses and anatomy of horses. There's art in there too. You get to draw different types of horses with different poses. So it's really good. I absolutely love it, and I'm sad that there isn't anything else for next year, because I was looking, I've already started thinking about next year, which I'm sure all of you have too, and I was looking on their website thinking, what other literature could we do? And there isn't anything on their website anymore, which is sad. I hope they bring something new out, but I'm not sure if they will or not now. Maybe they will, but I really do like that literature program that they have. We also do alternate writing prompt and art prompt. So for example, on a Monday and a Tuesday it's art prompt, and on a Wednesday and a Thursday it's writing prompt. Now that could be something I've decided. So, you know, I'll say, okay, well, we're going to draw this, and, you know, I'll give her a book or something and she can draw her own version of it. It could be her idea of what she wants to draw. And then we've also started doing a themed sketchbook. So she's decided to do mythical creatures. So every art prompt day, currently at the moment, she's doing a mythical creature that she's created, and they're so good. They're really imaginative, and I just love her imagination. It's amazing, and she's been doing that and loving that. So she'll use different mediums. So we'll do watercolor, marker, color pencil, you know, whatever she wants, pastel, chalk, and then she just really enjoys doing that art prompt. And it's nice for us to keep as well, and it's something that, because the book is quite thick, a sketchbook. If you saw my 5th grade curriculum video, I think I showed the sketchbook in there. We'll be able to carry it on for next year as well, I'm sure, of the same sketchbook, because I think it's got 200 pages or something in there, double-sided, so 400 pages. So there's a lot of space in there for her to do her prompts with, so it'll be nice for us to look back on as a memory keeper as well. So that's that. And we also do on a Wednesday and a Thursday our handwriting, and we are doing handwriting without tears cursive. Still really enjoying that. We've used the handwriting without tears books from pre-K, pre-K4. So this will be, you know, we're using it now in 5th grade. So we've used the pre-K4 one, we've used kindergarten 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and the cursive one for this year, which is the 5th grade one. Well, there's 2 cursive. They do cursive in 4th grade and another in 5th grade. I'm not sure if there's a 6th grade handwriting without tears. That's one thing I haven't looked for yet. So I don't know whether we'll do handwriting without tears next year because there isn't one, or whether we'll just do a different option. Sorry, Shadow, can you move? Go on, go Shadow. If we move to a different curriculum, or whether we'll do handwriting next year, I don't know. We'll see. That's something I need to mull over. It's only January. I've got plenty of time to decide. Then when it comes to the writing prompt of our morning time menu, I'll either pick something, a themed topic, or she will do something she's been working on herself. So she'll do a section in her dragon book that she does, or one of her comic books, or she'll do an assignment that she's been working on if she hasn't finished. So for example, we had an assignment in our language arts where she had to write a tall tale, and for our writing prompt that week she carried on writing her tall tale. So that's what we do. I like the flexibility that the writing prompt can be something I pick, something she picks, or something that she needs to do for one of her lessons. Okay, that's morning time menu. So we do morning time menu Monday through Thursday. Then we move on to our subjects. So for science, we are doing heart cult science. We are on energy and ecosystems right now. We've almost finished that, and then we'll be on to our next topic. It's absolutely fine. We enjoy it. It has experiments in there. I made my own workbook pages to go with it because we just got the textbook. I put video links in there, which we really love. She really loves having video links to go along with her subjects. I tell you what, if you are looking for any science videos, check out the Amoeba Sisters on YouTube. They are fantastic. My daughter is riveted. It's all animation based, but it's really solid information. The actual creator was a science teacher. I don't know if she still is, but she she has a little snake that she uses as part of her animations, who is their classroom pet, and my daughter really enjoys it, so don't forget to check out the Amoeba Sisters if you are looking for science videos. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Harcourt Science, fine, going great. We won't be using Harcourt Science next year, but I never really intended to. It's something I just wanted to do for 5th grade. I've already got my ideas of what I want to do for 6th grade, but we'll talk about that when it gets to the time for curriculum videos. I'm mulling still between 2 options, but science is going really well. We enjoy Harcourt. Okay, for language arts, we are doing our language arts as part of our morning time menu, which is the Fix It Grammar aspect. Love Fix It Grammar. We are on book 2, which is Town Mouse and Country Mouse. Going really well. She's really gotten into the swing of it. The fact that it's the same thing every day, just a bit expanded on, and then each week they introduce a new topic, goes really well, and she does really well with it. She's retaining the information. She knows what she needs to do. And I think some of the grammar, sometimes grammar can be really abstract, but doing it this way, it really makes sense. Oh, so that's why, you know, that's a subject verb preposition, and, you know, rather than just doing a lesson on it and then never really picking it up again, if you know what I mean. I like the fact that it's every day. We also do writing, which is IEW, and obviously our spelling is part of our morning time menu. So writing is IEW. We really enjoy IEW. This is our 2nd year of using it, although it's 3rd year in theory, but 2nd year in terms of different product. Really enjoy it. No problems with that at all. In the afternoon, we do learning language arts through literature, and we are doing the grade 5 one, which is the purple book, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is purple. I'm trying to think what colour it was. It's purple. They have colours for each book rather than, you know, grades, but it is the 4th grade, it is the 5th grade book. Really love it. I love learning language arts through literature. It's a fantastic curriculum, and we've managed to do them both quite seamlessly. Do you need to do both elements? Absolutely not. And next year I'll pick one. We won't do both next year. We won't do learning language arts through literature and the Fix It Grammar. I'll decide which way I want to go, whether I want to do all in one with learning language arts through literature, or whether I want to do, you know, the separates, the Fix It Grammar, the IEW, you know, type of scenario, or different products. Obviously it doesn't have to be Fix It Grammar and IEW, but you know what I mean, whether I'll do an all in one or I'll piece it together myself, because I think up until now you have the flexibility of having more eclectic style and you know, piecing things together, plus doing full curriculums as well, and just taking bits out of what you want out of each curriculum. But I think as they get older, what's needed in terms of the curriculum grows, so it's harder to do, well, we can do this and we can do this and we can do this, you know, piece it, because there just isn't the time, because obviously the amount of things that they need to do increases. So I think for 6th grade I'll make my defining choices to what to do, whether I want to do an all-in-one or whether I want to piece it together, and then I will stick with that option then for the rest of our school time, because she next year will be 6th grade and that'll be her last primary level. So in the UK, 6th grade is still in elementary, I guess, primary, and then in year 7 they go into high school. We don't have middle school or anything like that here. So after 6th grade, she'll obviously in year 7 she'll be going into high school. So I want us to be able to stay with the same options then, pretty much, because I just think that will be better in terms of her getting older and everything, and, you know, moving towards examinations and things like that. So that's everything with language arts. And maths, we are using Saxon. It works really well. I, as I said at the beginning, made my own sheets this year to go with it, which I'll be putting on Teachers Pay Teachers soon. There's nothing different in terms of my sheets, and it's not, you know, I've not added anything to it or anything. I've just presented the information that she needs to answer into a worksheet format, rather than use the ones that they have in their pack that you have to print out and everything else. or photocopy, because it doesn't photocopy well, and I didn't like the layout of it. I just much prefer, sorry, I'm just going to throw this for Shadow, I much prefer, she likes to fetch like a dog. I much prefer the way it's laid out with my sheet. And I think looking at the next year's curriculum, it'll work still with that one too, but I'll make sure that there are the right amount of boxes for the questions for the next level up. So then you know, if you buy Saxon 5.4 to 7.6, that you can use the same worksheet. As I said, math's going great. She's really doing really well with it, getting all the concepts down. I like the fact that the Saxon is more spiral, incremental, so you're always revisiting things that you've already learned, and then each lesson is a new topic. It keeps things interesting. There's also the mental math section, which I really, really like, and she is getting really fast with those mental maths, so it definitely works. They also have review in terms of math skills, so division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, everything else in like a little review sheet that they have. So currently it's all about multiplication and division, but you know, at each lesson, after a few lessons, it'll switch, so you'll go backwards or forwards depending on what they want. So I just really like the method. It works well and we're happy with it, so we're definitely sticking with Saxon. Let me think, what else is there on history. We're doing my journey through time and journal through time curriculum. We are on tutors, so we'll be doing another week of tutors, and then we will go to our next topic, which is the Victorians, which I'm super excited about doing. So that's going to be a really fun one. And then on a Friday we do a slightly different day, so we do geography first, which is currently Antarctica, and also we're still doing our UK study. We do IT, which is with Easy Peasy Online, and music, which is with Easy Peasy Online. I really like that program, it's great. Oh, and we also do typing.com as part of our IT typing skills. The Easy Peasy is a curriculum that has a bunch of levels and it's different skills for each year, whereas typing is obviously just typing, so we do both. Then we do our sewing, which we are really enjoying, and then we do art on a Friday, and nature, so art/nature, so it could be art that's actually directly related to our nature study, or it could just be something different that we pick. So we've been doing watercolour for the past couple of weeks in our Watercolour in the Forest book, which she really enjoys. We also do baking on a Friday as well, and again, that's whatever she wants to bake. And I do have, you know, various different books that she can choose from, and also more science-based books around baking too. We have our shelf where I put our games every day that she can, I think a lot of people call it strewing. It always makes me think of stewing beef, I don't know why. But I was, you know, putting out games and stuff every, I put them out weekly, so I put out some language arts games, some math games, some sort of computer skill games and things, and we'll just work through those during the week. Whenever she wants to, she can grab a game off the shelf, and then obviously she can go and pick something else if she'd like. I just like to have those sit out, and then she's got that option available. So that's everything that in terms of our homeschool update. Doing really well, really happy with progress. And yeah, that's about it for now. So if you've got any thoughts on the whole dragon unit, definitely let me know, and I'll let you know when all my products are available. It won't be for a couple of months yet, because I need to get them all sorted out and everything else, create them, make them. Some are easier than others because I've already got the templates for them, but some of them I'll need to do brand new, especially my planner that I want to make new this year. It'll be completely different. Some of it will be similar, but on the whole, because I want to go a different way with my planner this year for myself, but the other planners will still be available, just with the correct new calendar. So that's everything, I think. I hope you're all doing I hope you are all doing well, and you've got back into school after the break. It's supposed to be really cold this week for us, which is going to be interesting. It's been super warm, unbelievably warm for January so far, so I guess we're getting just back onto track of how it should be in terms of winter. But it's going to be a shock to the system because it's been really warm just lately. We did have a really cold patch in December where it was -7, and it was absolutely freezing. I don't remember it being that cold for a long time. This week is not supposed to be as bad, I don't think. -5 they're talking about, so we'll see. I'm not worried though. We'll just get all the blankets out and you know, it's passing, it's fleeting. It lasted quite a long time. Last time it was about 2 weeks of this intense cold, whereas this is supposed to just be the week and then it's back to normal temperatures. So I'm not too worried. But that's everything. I think if you've got any questions, I'll leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you in our next video. Take care and bye for now.